it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I am so happy that you joined me. Today we are going to make tassels, and we're also going to have our weekly drawing for the Happy Mail from me. All right, but first we want to do a shout out to Helen, Cathy Loves MK, Sue, Anita, Deborah, Joyce, Maybelline, Mary Crafty 694, Billy, Michelle, and Nancy. I appreciate each and every one of you. So this is our video that has to do with hashtag cathysowinghappiness and how I involve you in helping me spread happiness. So first let's look at our beautiful tassels. I've made a few little tassels here. And what's lovely about these is that they have this long string here. You can make this as long or as short as you want. And this enables you to make those really cute bookmarks with your tassels for your junk journals. So you can make them in any color you want. And what you'll want to do, first I want to show you this cute little one. Look, you can make them any size too. Look at this cute little fella. He's so cute. All right, so I'm going to lay him over there. He's going on a project that I'm working on. So you can get any color that you want. And this is just the floss, the embroidery floss that you can buy at the craft stores, at stores, Hobby Lobby or Joann's. I think you can even buy it at Walmart. So just pick yourself the color that you want or colors that you want. And let's begin. I think I'd like to go with this purple. I think it's going to show up a little better. So the next thing you'll want to do is you'll need to make yourself some little I don't know the word for it, cards in the size that you want, basically. So this going this way, it has nothing to do with the length. The width is the size of your tassel will end up to be. So this will be a small little tassel. This will be a little larger. This will be much smaller. And I just took the boxes that you get stuff out of. I think this is ice cream, not ice cream like ice cream cone kind things. And I think that's what that box is from. I have no idea what that's from. And those are little mini vanilla wafers. Okay, so you want to just decide what the length of tassel you want and make yourself a card that size. Okay, so we're going to go with, let's go with this size. I think it'll be better to see, easier to see. So you want to get your floss and pull yourself out some, and then you'll want to, we'll make a couple of these just so you'll get the hang of it. I always start with the floss down at the bottom. That's basically your first little strand. It'll be down here at the bottom. Okay, so start at the bottom and then just start wrapping it around. Now, I like to wrap mine around I don't like to put them on top of each other right away. I like to make myself like a little base. Then you can kind of start putting it on top of each other. And you don't have to pull it real tight. You don't want your card to be bending, but you don't want it to be, sagging either. I'm going to catch this one in that loose one in my next one to hold it down. I can get that to hold down. There, it's held down. Now, going around this card, the more you go around the card and the more you put this floss on your card, the fatter your little tassel's going to be. It's not only going to be this side that's your tassel, but this side as well. They combine and make your tassel. So I'm going to do a few more wraps around, and as I do this, I'm going to tell you about the hashtag cathysowinghappiness. This is about you spreading happiness, not receiving happiness, but you spreading happiness. It has to be as simple as letting someone in the line at the grocery store, letting someone in line in a long, long line of traffic and no one's letting them in, sending someone happy mail, paying something forward. It's about you spreading happiness. Okay, so that's all. That's as large as I want this. I'm done here. So I'm going to pull it to the bottom of my card, and I am going to go ahead and snip it right there. Now we're going to take our floss and we're going to put it underneath right here. See if I get it underneath. Usually it goes real easily. Probably using the wrong thing to get it underneath. Okay, I see it right there. It's right here. There it is. See, I've got it underneath, just like that. This is where you want to make your string. We're putting in this part right here. That's what we're doing right now. We're putting in this part right here. So if you want it to be long, you need to make it long now. Okay, so I'm going to make it about this long. I choose to make it this long. Okay, now you are going to tie it. And this is where you're going to tie it tightly. Tightly. Right on the top. Right on the top of the card. Right up there on top. Pull it tightly. Make a couple of knots. There you go. Just like that. Okay. Now, what you'll want to do is we're going to slip this off the card. Try very hard not to get it all jumbled up. We're just going to lay it right down, just like that. Okay? Now we're going to take some more of our thread, our floss, whatever you want to call this stuff. I call it floss. I don't know if that's an old word that they called it, but that's what I call it. Mine's a little tangled up, so I'm working on getting it untangled. I'm working on getting it untangled. Okay, took me just a second. I got that untangled. Now you'll want to take your floss, okay, and you want to put it underneath. You're going to give yourself a little bit of space on each side. Give yourself some floss on each side and put this right back on top. Right, do you see that this is the part that's going to be your string on the top? This needs to be a little further down, like so, just a little bit. That makes this little globby part right here, that little bulge. So if you put it down too far, you're going to have too big of a bulge. So you're going to try to get it up closer to the top. Okay. So now is when I'm going to cut the other end. So I'm going to have about the same amount on either side. Okay, so now we've got it like this. We got two ends and they're loose. Okay, now we're going to, just like you're tie in a shoe, like you're beginning your shoe tie-in. And you're gonna do that close to the top. Okay, are you with me? Close to the top. Yes. Now pull it tightly, and make a knot, and try to keep it tight, and make a knot. Now try to keep these out of the way. Hold them like this is how I'm going to do it. And I just go around and around, and then I go around the other way. Okay, so we're just building up that little spot at the top. Now I'm going to tie it off again. So it's looking like this. Okay, I'm going to put a knot there. And then I'm going to cut it. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to get my Elmer's glue, or any white school glue will be just fine. And you are going to need to put just a little dot, I don't mean a lot, but just a little dot there, because if you don't, your strings could come undone. Okay? Then the last thing you want to do is take your scissors and cut your loops. And there you go. You have a beautiful tassel that you can do absolutely anything you want to with. Okay, now I'm going to make one more, and as I make one more, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to go slow and make another one so you can watch again. And I'm going to tell you about how you can enter into the weekly drawing, hashtag cathysowinghappiness. All right, so let me pick another color here. How about this pretty, what is that? Dusty rose. That's going to look nice. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to do your little act of kindness, and then at the bottom of this video, week number 4, you are going to tell me very simply what act of kindness you did without using any names, and then I will put you in the drawing for next week, and the winner of the drawing receives Happy Mail from me, and that's my way of paying it forward. Okay, so okay, now we're going to talk about the drawing. We're going to have a drawing after this video, or at the end of this video, and the winner of that drawing needs to contact me within the week. The exact directions will be at the bottom of this video, but you need to contact me and by email, and you leave me an email, and in the subject matter you say hashtag cathysowinghappiness, and you give me your complete, and I mean complete, address so that I can send you Happy Mail. If I don't have your complete address, I can't send it. It won't go. Now, I usually go to town on Wednesday, and as I drop it into the mailbox, it is out of my hands. It is not going to be tracked. It is basic mail. So when you get it is when you get it. And it's going to be a surprise, and it just will be, you know, Happy Mail just makes everybody smile. It just does. So that's how we do it. And it will be so much fun, you guys. It has been so much fun already. It has been a whole month. This will make it the 4th week that we have done this. And it's just, I've just had so much fun doing it. So that's what that's all about. And yesterday I went to the farmer's market, and you guys, I had packed my things, everything but the eggs. I had packed the night before because it was cool, and so I knew my flowers were going to be okay in my flower truck. And it's a good thing I did, because when I woke up, it was torrential. The sky was unloading loads and loads of water. So I drive to the market, which takes me a lot longer because I have to go slow because it's pouring down rain. I get to the market, and there are, usually by the time I get there, there's like, I don't know, maybe 6 people that have already set their tents up. Because some people come from a really, really long ways away to this market. It is such a wonderful market. The vendors have come from a long ways. Okay, farmers, you know. So I get there, and 3 people, I think there were 3 tents that were already set up. 3. I'm like, oh, okay, there's a problem. And the whole parking lot is just lined with vendors in their vehicles. It's pouring. It's blowing. It is just wild. So we sit there, and the people who put the market on come down in the pouring rain. Bless their hearts. I mean, they are like drenched. They come down and they say that we're going to open at 9. Now, we're there at 7. We get there at 7 to set up. We're to be there at 7. We have an hour to set up, and believe me, it takes you an hour. And then the market starts at 8. So we're there at 7, and they come by and they say, oh, you guys, we're going to have to wait till 9. You know, the winds are coming, and it's going to get even worse right now. So we waited till 9. And my husband told me, don't put your tent up, because I've lost so many tents because of the wind and everything. So I didn't put my tent up, and I did the market, and it was a wonderful market. If people came out, it was wonderful. So I had a great time. All right, guys, there they are. Aren't they beautiful? They're so beautiful. Okay, on to the drawing, on to the next thing. Okay, I've got my fishbowl. I've got my names in here of the people who, now how you got in this fishbowl? You got in this fishbowl by putting at the bottom of this video that we're doing right this very moment, in the comment section, you put, Cathy, I was at the grocery store and I had a whole bunch of stuff, and someone behind me had 2 things, and I just let them go ahead of me. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to say is what you did simply. And then I'll put your name in the drawing, and then when I draw your name out, which is da-da-da-da-da-da, it is this one. Ricky Kalp is the winner of the drawing. Now, Ricky can't win again next month. For 4 weeks, she can't win, and then she can win again. But that doesn't mean you stop doing your acts of happiness. You can still tell me your acts of happiness if you'd like. Keep going. Okay, Ricky, I'm going to send you happy mail. So what you have to do is go to the bottom of this to this video, and it will have my email address. In my email address, you say hashtag Cathy's Sewing Happiness, and then your complete address, and then I will get happy mail off to you on Wednesday. Oh, you guys, I had a great time. I hope you subscribe and become a member of our YouTube family. I just love this. See you soon, guys. Bye now.